What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? My name is Jennifer Luddington. I am Jen the Generator, and I help you generate freedom from the imprisonment of your lies. What's up, you guys? Happy to have you here. What I want to tell you guys today is I'm going to share with you some ways that you can blow up your beliefs instead of blow up your life. I blew up my life over and over and over and over and over and over again. To the point where I finally figured out how to do that, right? And if you're joining me today, I want to just share with you, we're going to talk about fear today. We're going to talk about fear. It's everywhere. And I want to share with you some of the ways that I was stuck in fear and what that really looked like for me, because it was powerful when I recognized it. And, you know, I really love working with women who are super driven, right? Super high performing. And they're like that hustle hard woman. I'm sorry, my phone's ringing. Hustle hard woman, right? Who's going after it. But she probably forgot how to be connected. I love working with that woman who like conquers the world. She's out saving the planet, right? She's out building businesses. But I really love working with that woman who's lost that connection, that deep, meaningful fulfillment, right? To the things that really, really matter. And I also love working with that woman, like, you know, she's behind the scenes, she's working hard, but she maybe has lost the ability to step into her power, right? She might have lost that confidence somewhere along the way. It might have gotten beaten down by beliefs that aren't true. I love working with those women. So I'm going to start sharing with you today. If you love this, I really encourage you to just go ahead and share it. If you don't love it, oh well. But I am going to continue to share with you about my products and services that I offer through these, because that's the kind of woman that I am. All right, so you guys ready? All right, so fear is everywhere right now, right? It's showing up like crazy. I mean, we're inundated with it's in our society, it's in our culture, it's being pushed down our throats with politicians, it's all around us. And I think what's really interesting, and I want to bring this back around, is that fear is control. Right? When you're living into fear, you're being controlled. You're being controlled by that fear, by that belief, right? It's running your habits, your routines, and your behaviors. That fear is. And fear is an effing liar, man. Like, fear is the biggest liar. Fear doesn't even exist. And what I want to share with you is, like, I want to tell you a little bit about how fearful I was and how I had to actually blow up my beliefs to get out of that zone, of that, fear of what was really holding me back, right? Because I stayed there for so long, you guys. I stayed there for so long. And fear literally took me down so hard that the fear of looking at the things that were hard, the fear of me looking at my truth, the fear of me looking deep inside and actually seeing it for what it is, the fear of bringing out those dragons and not being able to put them back in their cage, literally paralyzed me. It literally paralyzed me. And the fear drove me to do behaviors and to create an identity that was based off of stories that weren't true. Right? And I created this persona that was covered in armor, and I built this armor to protect myself from having to actually look at the things that were scaring me about myself. The things that scared me about those deep, dark dragons that I never wanted to look at. Right? So it's interesting because I think what happens is we're like, oh, I'm afraid of failure. Oh, I'm afraid of being judged. I'm afraid of not making enough money. That's bullshit. It's bullshit. What you're really afraid of, what I was really afraid of was looking deep and dark enough and seeing the crap that I didn't want anybody to see, the stuff that I was afraid of that was looming, that held me hostage for years. Because I thought if I put the microscope on it and I opened it up, everybody could see it. If I actually saw it, I'd have to be seen for all of that, right? People would discover me. They would discover that I wasn't strong because I had all these demons that were still controlling my actions and behaviors. They would see me as not perfect. They would see me as not having it together. They would see me as vulnerable or weak. But all of those things that I was unwilling to be brave enough to look at, I was unwilling to be honest about, I was unwilling to dive deep into, I was unwilling to actually get real and know that I was a freaking liar, not loser, liar. I had to say, wow, All these things are because I'm unwilling to look at my truth. All these things that keep happening in my life, these patterns that I keep repeating over and over and over again, were because I was a freaking liar. And until I learned to look at my truth, until I learned to actually look deep enough, look into the dark corners, look into the shame, look into the discontent, look into the imposter syndrome, and get underneath those beliefs and blow them up, I was a prisoner. I kept packing on the armor, like hammering in here, hammering in here. Nobody could see. Just hammering on this armor of perceived perfectionism, right? Putting on this armor of, I would literally, my armor was my muscles, was my physique, it was my body. I didn't care. Newsflash, I didn't care. I didn't really care. I just wanted to create armor. Because if I could create the armor, nobody could see the real me. Nobody could see the heart of my imposter syndrome. Nobody could see the fact that I was doubting myself. Nobody could see my shame. Nobody could see my eating disorders. Nobody could see that I was living a lie. If I kept building the armor and pounding it on. So what's funny is that we think our fear is because of, like, I'm so afraid to take a chance because I don't want to lose money, or I don't want to go into debt. Bullshit. You're afraid to look at your truth, like I was. Just call it like it is. I was afraid to look at the real truth. So until you're ready to jump that fear fence, until you're ready to get on the other side of it and get super honest and blow up your beliefs, you're going to be stuck in that imprisonment. Just like I was. Man, and it sucked. It literally sucked the life out of me. And I know I've told you guys these stories before, but I was so disconnected. I was so disconnected from me. Right? I was so consumed with this identity that I created, that I protected myself with all this armor. I was so afraid to crack it open and let something like some soft part of me or some vulnerable piece be seen. Right? That armor protected me from feeling all the joy, fulfillment, and connection in my life. It literally stole my joy. It took moments away from me that I'll never get back because I was too busy, too consumed. I was too busy putting on my muscle. I was too busy fighting the fight. I was lying. I did not want to work out that hard. Who does? I mean, come on. But I was trying to keep up. I was trying to avoid, like, really looking deeper because I could say, oh, I'm going to go for a run. No, I wasn't going for a run for my health. I was going for a run to disconnect because I didn't want to do the hard shit. No, I was spending 2 hours a day in the gym because I didn't want the time. I didn't want to have the time in my own mental head, right? I didn't want the time in my own mental head to get real with myself, so I'd have to actually look at the stuff that was causing me all this pain. I was lazy and a liar. I was mentally lazy. I was emotionally lazy. I was disconnected from my truth, and I was a prisoner to my lies. And until we're ready to blow up our beliefs, until we're ready to call bullshit on those stories, those games we run, our behaviors will never change. And if your behaviors never change, your life never changes. And let me just tell you guys right now, I did everything. Like, I'm not kidding. I read every self-help book. I was like, all the workshops. I was doing all the self-development. I was like meditating my face off, like journaling and like doing all the shit that's out there, which I don't think is totally bad. But I will tell you, it gets a little excessive. Like, we got to get tactical and strategic at some point and step out of that and just get really real. Am I right? So I did all the fluff and I did all the stuff that I don't even know what it means. Like, have you guys seen that? Like, all the self-help stuff out there, sometimes it's like, what does that even mean? Like, I don't even know what it means to find my purpose. I don't even know what all that stuff means. I don't even know what it means to get unstuck. I don't even know what it means to find my power. Like, what does that mean? Give me some strategy. Give me some action. That's what I did. I put all of it together, created a system that's actually strategy, tactical based, that pulled me out and set me free. Because I got real. I got brave enough to blow up my beliefs, so I didn't continue to blow up my life. Blowing up your life is easy. You got to pick your pain. You got to pick the pain of microing down and saying, I'm going to solve this. I'm going to blow it up. I'm going to get real. I'm going to take a month. I'm going to take 2 months. I'm going to take a week. And I'm going to blow this shit up so I can be free. Right? But people don't want to do that, right? Like, it's like, oh, like I didn't want to do it. It's like, I don't want to take the time to go through all this. I don't have to take the time. But then I was like, I'm going to pick my pain here. Like, you guys, I was either going to be in pain and run that game and that cycle and those behaviors for the rest of my life, literally, or I was going to break it in a micro moment. In a micro moment, I was going to break it. Break it. Blow it up. And it might have taken a little effort. Yeah, I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm saying it's simple when you do it for real, without the fluff. Right? So that you can back into that. You can back into what really matters to you. You can chase the right things. You can hustle hard for the things that actually matter to you and pull you freaking forward. Instead of leave you in this position of overwhelm and discontent and literally like you're in a cycle of anxiety. I mean, that's how I was. That led me to mass destruction. Like the kind of destruction I hate admitting. Like the kind of destruction where my significant other cheated on me. And I acted like I didn't know. So I didn't want to even look at that. I was so disconnected, I didn't even care. I ignored it. I didn't want to look at any truth. That's a shitty place to live. And until you blow up all those beliefs, you can really get in tune, and tuned in to actually living the life that you want, not the one that's prescribed for you, based on false lies. So, hey, all right. That's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Man, if you like this, great. Send it off. Right? Share it. If not, no big deal. I'm just sharing with you my story. And if you want to check out more of my stuff, you can find me over on YouTube too. I put all these videos up on YouTube. So if you want to listen in, awesome. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. And remember, be the generator of your own life. Be the generator of your own life. Have the bravery and courage to blow up your beliefs today. You got this. All right. I'll see you guys later.